Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Sam, again. And today I'm doing sort of an honest kind of thoughts and first impressions of the Samurai Jack reboot. Well, Samurai Jack Season 5, I should say. It's not really a reboot. So, before I get into my honest thoughts of the first episode of Season 5, I want to say what Samurai Jack means to me. Now, as a kid growing up in the early 2000s, I was born in 98, and Samurai Jack premiered around 2001. I was 3 years old at the time. So, when the show premiered and came out, I remember it being a big deal in my household. My dad loves Samurai Jack. I remember how big of a deal it was when the first few episodes combined as a movie were. Like, my dad and I were so excited, and so was my brother and my mom at the same time. It was such a big deal that my dad, I actually got toys of Samurai Jack. Though I don't own them anymore. Most of them got broken and destroyed. Samurai Jack was a huge deal when I was a kid. Again, and it was such a big deal that I remember hearing rumors that there was actually a movie coming out when I was 13. And throughout the years, that never happened. But I want to sort of say Samurai Jack is one of my favorite cartoons of all time. It's up there next to the Batman animated series, Ed, Edd n Eddy. Hell, even I would say some of the early episodes of SpongeBob were some of my favorites. But Samurai Jack was a big deal. It was action packed. It was funny. It was unique, and above all, it had something about it that just was really unique. It was like Star Wars meets sort of, I guess, the samurai culture about a guy trying to go back in time. And most of the episodes, like, I remember my favorite episode of all time is still the one where he's Jack in space, where he fought space robots. That and the gangster one. So, in 2016, when I saw the teaser of them saying Samurai Jack coming 2016, I was so excited. And then it never happened, and it just disappeared off the map. And I don't know what happened, really. I'm going to be honest there. And I thought the whole idea got shut down. Maybe it was because it was too violent. I don't know. But then in February, like I believe early January, like late January to early February, a teaser for Samurai Jack Season 5, which was not going to be a reboot. It was going to be a continuation of Samurai Jack where it left off. And I remember as a kid, Samurai Jack was it was kind of a dark show at times. And this time, it was on Adult Swim. It had a TV-14 rating. I heard it was going to be TVMA. And so it was going to be much darker and much more violent too. So I was happy about that. And that teaser overall left me with so much nostalgia. So, the first episode finally premiered the other night. I just actually finally watched it. I was very busy this weekend, so I didn't have the time. And what did I think of it? Well, I'm going to talk about it. So the story set up for the episode, basically, for this mini-series. It's a mini-series. It's going to be on Adult Swim for a few, I would say, weeks. Maybe about the month of March to early April. The whole episode is basically a continuation of the last season. I have not watched Samurai Jack in years. Maybe I should have watched it before I did this sort of review and honest impressions. But I remember like the series ending on a cliffhanger. So basically it's been years. It's been 50 years. Jack, for some strange reason, has not aged, even though he has a giant beard that they do show. And at first I was like, is that Keanu Reeves? Which, by the way, Samurai Jack should be played by Keanu Reeves if they ever do a live action movie. Doubt they ever will, and I doubt it'll work, but hey, it'll be interesting to see. So it's been 50 years, he hasn't aged, the world has pretty much gone to shit, Aku is gone, and there's sort of this cult group of women who are sort of giving birth to girls and then making them sort of children to Aku, who we don't know what happened to him, or he still may be alive, but we don't know really. So they're pretty much out to kill Samurai Jack. That's the whole purpose, and sort of bring it to an end to him. But at the same time, Jack's just roaming the landscape of the world. It's pretty much gone to shit. Like, still robots are running around. And overall, that's the story. It's just him continuing his life. He hasn't aged at all since last season, so it feels very great to see him still in his prime. I mean, he's not like an old man like in Logan or John Wick and John Wick Chapter 2. So yeah. And in my opinion, this reboot may just be one of the best reboots Cartoon Network's ever put out. And they have not done reboots well at all. Like, I saw Powerpuff Girls 2016 and Teen Titans Go, and I felt pretty insulted by both of them. I just can't bring myself to watch either of them because they're nothing like the original shows. I know they're its own thing, but here's the problem. That's not what I don't think any of us wanted. We wanted a reboot of a continuation of the original story, maybe darker. And this is what those shows should have been. It should have been darker. To be honest, I really didn't think we needed a reboot of Powerpuff Girls, but I did want a reboot of Teen Titans. So, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. But in my opinion, this is the best reboot Samurai, Adult Swim, or Cartoon Network have ever put out. It's a great, revival. And when I heard the theme song at the very end of the episode played, I'm just like, I was getting hit in the nostalgic feels because I felt so much nostalgia from that first episode where you hear the song, and then at the beginning where he says, "I've got to get back to the past," and then the title pops up and you hear the song. I'm like, yes! I got really nostalgic over it, and it was just something so memorable for me because I remember as a kid years ago watching the pilot, which was a 3-part movie, which was the first 3 episodes put into a movie that was about, I would say, 80 minutes. But yeah, so growing up, Samurai Jack was a big part of my childhood. I didn't watch every episode, but I still remember it to this day fondly. And to me, this was a great reboot. I can't wait to watch the other episodes. I'm overall very happy about this reboot. Gennady Tartakovsky, you nailed it out the park. And I'm so glad you're back. I wish you would have done a Star Wars Clone Wars show, but there's really nothing we could do about that. I wish you did a season 3 of Clone Wars, but there's really nothing we could do. And I'm just happy he's back, and I'm happy they pretty much found a way to make Samurai Jack more darker, more towards people my age now, because Samurai Jack never really felt like a kid's show to me. It never pandered to the young demographic. There were comedic episodes. It's like the Scotsman episodes, and the gangster episode, which I thought was really funny. So overall, I'm happy Samurai Jack is back, and I feel very confident about the show. I'm very happy. I thought the first episode was great. Let's just hope the rest of this mini season or series keeps on this track, because they did a great job with their first impressions. So anyways, that's my honest thoughts of the Samurai Jack reboot and continuation, season 5, whatever it's called at this point. So thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.